你好，你好，
你好，
你好，你好，你好，你好，你好。
Levi wants to play Riven jungler.
Ribbon, okay. Holy shit, that's hype.
And again, Smeb seems to be struggling. Oh, he's actually going all in for it. Levin was the kill back in. Zip got down with Zip. Should be okay. Smeb's gonna beat him to death instead.
I'm coming, I'm coming.
Come here,
I'm coming.
Kill, kill, kill.
Oh, Jacos.
Nice.
Mad Rife.
Godlike.
Mid is around his mid tower. So it's Mad Life though.
Oh, baby! Gets himself hooked by the god himself. Should be able to make this hop. No, actually he's got support Mad Life, and Ultimate's gonna look to clean it up. Midney goes to his own. By Mad Life! Can double it, clean up the rest of the kills. Mad Life again. Huge hook there. Smeb dives into the fountain. That's a quadra kill for double there. Knock down the turrets and take the Nexus and win this exhibition game. What a wonderful performance.
Welcome back to Paulo Sant Jordi. Daniel Sifa Draco's here, joined by Aiden, Zyrian Moon, and Isaac Azale, Cummings, Bentley. Now, gentlemen, the stakes may be a little bit lower now, but that just means the mayhem is that much more impactful. We saw it in the last game. Are you ready for some crazy picks?
Oh, I'm ready. And I think the stakes are even higher because now there's no excuses. You got to bring out the fun picks and you got to perform on them. And I mean, double up with the premonition there. The ribbon was hype.
And Reckless said Callista, players are telling us they're going to bring out the, the secret sauce, the special picks.
Yeah, and I was actually seeing Bjergsen walking to the stage. He's talking to his player manager. He's like, I want to play something fun. And
Bring out
you
the
want to play something fun? Hey.
Sounds pretty fun. Well, before we get into the game, let's take a chance to run through those lineups, beginning on the blue side with Team Fire. In the top lane, it's going to be QTV. In the jungle, Bangi. Mid lane, Bjergsen, 80 carry, Prey, and support Afro.
And then the opposing team is going to be Team Ice, like always. In the top lane, though, it's going to be Mouse. In the jungle, it's going to be Karsa. Mid lane, Maple, 80 carry, Reckless, and support Mata.
And this should be a really good one. I know we already heard Reckless talking earlier on the desk about how he was very excited to play with Mata, and I think he's hoping Mata at least plays somewhat serious, maybe not double jungling. Well, he probably would like to have a support in his lane.
I mean, we take a chance to look back at some of his performance. Mata has had some pretty great moments. 1v1, Yasuo. We talked about it.
Clearly the All-Stars MVP.
Well, Mata also is the guy who's talking about when he is, 2014 Season 4 Worlds. It's like, what's the best support? Gnar. He's like, Gnar support? Really? He's like, super troll. The guy played Jace in a competitive match on support. Like, he is not afraid to bring out these things and just have fun.
Look, man, I think that's what it's all about. I personally would love to see Gnar support. That sounds like a terrible idea, but I love terrible ideas as a,
Yeah, just like this cast.
Oh my God. Look, man, we're technically trio NA if we look at Origin, so it was a little bit crazy. But something even more insane, Maple, a player who picked up the Katarina, went off on it, not quite enough to carry a game, but you got to think, if there's a chance to bust it out, this is it.
And I actually think, overall, when you're taking Summoners Rift games, fun modes, everything combined, Maple has been the most impressive player at the tournament for me as far as performance. He smashed on Katarina, he smashed on LeBlanc, he was doing incredible in the 1v1s. This guy's the total package.
And that's what I really love about this event is somebody like Maple, he hasn't been here before, right? Overshined by Westdoor in the past, Toys as well from the same region back in the day. And now, it's like, now you get to see Maple on stage. And I feel like, myself, I've grown a greater understanding of Maple's abilities, him as a person, and that's what I love about All-Stars is now you get to know the players a little bit more when they come out of their shell.
Exactly. That's so much of what the event is for, right? Creating the connections between the fans and the players, and it's the same way here. Levi is not someone that I really got to see a lot of in the past, and seeing him perform on all these different champions, Levi, I don't even know.
No,
We've heard so many different ways
name,
now. He's wanted to change it throughout the tournament, I
Exactly.
guess.
His name has changed since he got here.
Yeah.
So it's like Levy when he got here, then he heard people say it, and he's like, oh, Levi sounds better.
Levi sounds good.
Yeah.
Good genes, too,
Yeah. There you go, high quality.
Sell out. Okay. So, additionally, when I got to watch this guy in IWCA, you fall in love with a man when you see him EQ his Cossacks 4 times repeatedly to grab 4 different kills. I don't know if he's going to get the chance to do it here, but we are now into picks and bans. And I'm curious to see what's going to come out. Do you think we're still going to see super serious bans here, or are we just going to see some people spell out some fun 3-letter words?
I really don't think so. We shouldn't be seeing serious bans, and Garen should be a sign of things to come. I mean, the players, you can just look at the cams. In the earlier games, players were looking very focused, very serious in champ select, and people seem to be having a bit more fun with it. So I think they are going to be going a little bit more loosey-goosey.
Why would you do that? Why would you ban the Alawi out?
Oh, they are serious picks and bans. You know, this is the Faker x Peke matchup.
Oh, Triple G coming out there.
Yeah, the classic Faker ban scores first 3 champions create client. Just wants to ban him out. Give Faker the quick shout out. Elise coming in the end to spell out ice. You know, a little brag, a little bravado there, reminding people who came out on top before they get into this game.
They also did actually manage to ban out some champions that are pretty good.
Yeah, I was like,
too. So it's like, ooh, we're gonna ban ice, but we're gonna pick the best champions there.
All right, here, Bengi. I guess he's still auditioning, right? Gonna go with one of his best champions, the Lee Sin.
You know, we're waiting for some exciting picks. Now, Lee Sin may not be the most unique pick, but always the potential for hype playmaking ability, can do some crazy things. The insect kicks, I'm sure we can expect from Bengi. But they're teasing us right now.
And I mean, Ivern is something that I would love to see. We still haven't seen the Ivern come out yet, and it's a champion that's really strong. It's not just like some troll pick. This champion is ridiculously good, especially, I think, when paired with tanks.
Yeah, but it's not that much fun for the player to play a lot of the times. It's a different type of personality that loves to enjoy Ivern. So yeah, it is going to be the Kha'Zix that comes through here for Karsa, trying to be a little bit more aggressive on it. And I love that the Katarina's already locked in too. 2 assassins already for Team Ice, ready to go.
Now, I've heard a lot.
Wait.
There it is. It's the Ivern game. We've been waiting for so long. Ivern versus Kha'Zix, not a matchup we get to talk about, but finally we get a chance.
Well, it actually could still be Lee Sin jungle and Ivern support. It could be Afromu having some fun. Otherwise, it could be, could be Lee Sin support, could be Lee Sin top lane. We don't really know.
I don't mind, man. The Green Daddy's in the house.
Well, the Donger as well. Heimerdinger making his way into the pick ban. Now I have no idea where anything is going, but if we do see that Ivern in bottom lane, is it a smite support? Do you just steal a camp at level 1, get that level 2?
Yeah, basically smite is what you take on Ivern regardless of where you go, because you can counter jungle so quickly. So if you know that the guy starts on the top side, go invade, takes you 4 seconds, put that circle down, end up being the friend of the forest, smite it, and boom, take it away.
Yeah, friend of the forest, but not friend of the enemy jungler. I'm wondering what Karsa is going to do here, and the rest of his team. You know, the strategy is getting more and more interesting as we move forward. Oh, but there it is.
Go.
We were promised the Kalista pick by Reckless. He said, I'm going to ask Mata. I want Masa to pick it. He wanted Kalista Thresh. They see it.
The bot lane just gets insta-locked. Draven and Afromu Bard. So it's got to be Lee Sin top lane, I think.
Yeah, they picked an order. They all picked their own champions on the side of Team Fire. But on Ice, the Kled comes in, and this is the Praven for Prey. I mean, he got that name, that moniker, because he was really bad at Draven back in the day.
We'll have to see if anything's changed here on the All-Star stage. And not going to quite have the traditional backup that an 80 carry expects. Of course, Bard's going to be a nice pick, but Heimerdinger, maybe something he's not so used to playing with. Now, Mata really taking his time. Remember, Reckless asked for Thresh. I don't know if Mata's going to oblige him. Flashing the Yasuo, flashing the Syndra. Clearly still got the 1v1s on his mind.
Yeah, I don't think he should. I mean, you don't want to get too serious when you have the Heimerdinger on the other team. A lot of fun picks. I'm hoping for something a little bit wacky. I would like the Syndra support. I have actually seen this played where you actually ult first, then you do your stun, and you max stun. You can do this massive AoE scatter of the week.
I think that's locked. It is.
Locked.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
great.
it is. Okay, but could it go mid lane? Do we have a Katarina? No, this is just
I don't
Mata.
think so, yeah.
Mata
Yeah,
at its
Mata.
finest.
And you can see Reckless's face is actually priceless right now. He's not so sure how funny this is. He's like, ooh, I'm unconvinced.
I was really excited about the threat.
I love the contrast here.
Yeah.
Prey was having a good time. It's like, yep.
Well, I mean, one of the beautiful parts about being a play-by-play caster in this situation is that I don't have to wonder what's going to happen. I can ask you gentlemen to tell me, what is this and what is going to happen?
No one knows. Let's be honest here. This is going to be a bit of mayhem.
I predict some fun. That's all I can. That's all I can do. I'm useless right now.
We'll find out. Of course, getting ready to move into the game. Kha'Zix in the jungle. We have a Kled in the top lane. Katarina versus Heimerdinger in the mid lane. Lee Sin top 2, man.
The best thing about this is you have Lee Sin and Tree Sin on the same team. So you have so many gap closers for your guys. That's going to be so much fun.
It's just, I don't know what to say. I'm really excited about Ivern, but there's so many fresh picks here. It's just impossible for me to say anything about what's going to happen. I want to see some team fights. I want to see some people murdering each other. Of course, take this opportunity as we get into game. #FireWin if you believe the Donger, Ivern, Bard, and the rest of the friends can get together. Or if you believe that Mata and his infamous 1v1 Syndra support can come out on top, tweet out with the #IceWin. Or Clad or Katarina. I mean, really any of these champions you should probably be excited for.
Yeah, I think it's actually going to be really interesting. And I don't know if we're actually going to see Barons and stuff, but both the teams actually can kill Baron pretty well. Heimerdinger actually takes objectives like that super, super fast, and you can set your turrets up around that, plus the alt turret. You have Daisy to tank, and obviously on the other side too, we have Kha'Zix, who has the isolation on objectives, and we're going to have Ballista too.
And I absolutely love the fact that Ivern, he can hide the dragon and he can hide the Baron in
the bush.
brush. So they could actually do a sneaky Baron where they literally have everybody hidden in brush.
Kind of gives it away when everyone's missing off that. Like, oh, there's a bush here, I wonder.
Maybe. We don't know, man. We don't know how people are going to play around this champion.
Push it when you walk by and don't actually do it. So then when they walk by, they're like, wait a second. And they walk in.
Oh, not going to get the point here. No gold advantage yet over to Team Fire. But of course, Team Fire playing for some regional pride here, already doing well so far. We're looking to go up 2-0 in these matches.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to figure out where Ivern is starting, and Ivern's trying to figure out where Karsa's going to start so that he can counter jungle and get the other side.
And it's actually pretty important to be able to try to do that. If you can 3-buff on the Ivern, it does give you a really good start, a really good head start, especially because you can pass over the buffs as well. Some of your laners can collect them.
It does look like Ice is laying in wait here. And you can also see that Maple is waiting for an invade on the top side, or I guess the middle of the blue side. And yeah, they're actually just going to trade here. It'll be interesting.
I actually love some of the chat that's happening right now.
Yeah,
so as Maple says, I 0-time play against your champ. He's talking to Bjergsen. He's like, I've never played against the Heimerdinger before. So even he doesn't know what's about to happen.
Pretty fantastic. And in most competitive games, of course, players completely silent. But here, taking the chance to talk to each other. Bangy starting off procking the passive on the camp there, moving on to the red buff. Pretty sure to smite that one out is going to take blue buff, but it doesn't reset there. That's a little unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a lot unfortunate, actually. As we're going to see Bengi just go over and take his blue immediately. So at least for Karsa, he did start his opponent's buff and should be able to kind of go even there.
Quick use of the blast plant to make it over the wall. Friend of the forest can smite immediately to take that one away. You haven't played against this champion yet. Oh, it's very frustrating.
And now they're pushing up on the bottom side. Level 2 gank, Ivern come in. You have Root Collar, you have Trigger Seed.
Prey still level
Let's go.
1. Let's see what happens here. Aftermoon's going to look for the binding.
Find it.
Oh, he
goes in. That's the slow. Mata caught out. It's
still has his binding.
Down. Lots of autos going in. Reckless still throwing out a decent amount of damage. Mata no spells. First blood for the Ivern.
Oh, he put the Trigger Seed on himself. He flashes 70% slow for 3 seconds at level 1 on patch 623. Insane. He didn't even land his Q. He didn't have to use it for so long, and then when he did, he actually missed it and hit it on a creep.
Don't even need to hit it, man. The slow from Trigger Seed, overwhelming there, and Maple holding on, now doing his best to keep up in the mid lane, but Bjergsen unconcerned. He's playing a little PvE.
It's a really good start for Fire because all 4 summoners are down now, and here we have it once again. So he flashes in, gets the slow on both, and just starts punching him, giving him the beat down here. Yep, does eventually get that first blood.
Knight comes out as well. Mata maybe hoping to get a return kill onto Prey, but no such luck. Mouse and QTV playing an interesting top lane matchup here. Looks to be going pretty well in favor of Mouse thus far.
And Clyde is a pretty interesting champion. It's a champion a lot of people were expecting to see in Worlds and in serious competitive play. We saw it once. I believe it was Odo Omne played it 1 game. Or no, it was actually Splice played it 1 game.
Wonder.
Wonder did play it, and it didn't go well, and then we never got to see it again.
Yeah, it was played a ton in scrims, but the big thing about it is, hold on.
Oh,
he has no
bound into the wall. Praven's coming out. It's doing good damage. Ignite goes down. Mata sets the ball. It's not a whole lot left, but his Red is going to be able to get one back. Comes out. Lots of spears. And Ren, not enough. At the end of the day, though, Bangy may be the one who's in trouble. Does manage to land the Root Collar. Maple going to make it in. Nice kill pickup for the mid laner there. And it's just action across the map.
No flash available for Banky either. Had to use it there to get the Trigger Seed in the bottom lane. So went for a really greedy invade.
Yeah, that's pretty aggressive. It doesn't work out for him there, but he's still got first blood. And he gets a quick trip back to base.
Exactly. Faster. QTV now struggling in these trades, but we do see now the Moby boots picked up for Bangy, so it doesn't look like he's going to stop invading the jungle anytime soon. And Portal going to take Fire out there. They're going to spot the control ward, and we'll stick around to take it down.
Yeah, TP from Maple was coming through it. Oh,
Karsa, he just wants to shut him down. He's a friend of the forest, Karsa. You can't do this. Oh, nice smite on the camp.
Gets it, he's going out.
The worst part is the Ivern walk is so obnoxious.
It's
They're
the
trying to
swag.
chase him down.
The swag walk.
It's just overwhelmingly stylish.
The champion gets so frustrating to play against as he gets stronger and stronger. Like once he has redemption, once he has his locket, and he's building up these really kind of tanky items, he still actually has a good amount of damage and dueling power with the Daisy, and he's just running around spamming shields with high CDR, with the Athenes, with builds like that. You can hit the 45% CDR and basically have full uptime on your ult.
Yeah, the thing though is he went for the mobility boots here instead of the Ionian boots and lucidity. And oh, Mouse missed the EQ. But
Trap on a rope time. Next, Karsa goes in. He's going to leave. This should be an easy pickup. Thunderlord's procs. Pocket pistol comes out, and Karsa going to take that one away.
oh,
Gotta say, you know, Bangi making some good early moves on this Ivern, but Karsa's keeping up so far.
yeah, and it's an aggressive jungler as well. A lot of people were saying, well, can Ivern actually hold up against aggressive junglers? He can, but the aggressive jungler, if it's a really good player, can punish him super hard because he's usually pretty low during those early parts. Bengi got super greedy with a topside invade and used his flash. So Karsa knows that he can walk into the jungle and be perfectly fine against whatever Bengi's going to do. Bengi doesn't have the damage to kill him.
Bjergsen now looking perfectly fine in the mid lane as they continue forward, but
Oh, triple man. Afro Moon is also here with the Bard Portal.
on the way in, 3 people in the mid lane. Trigger C going to go down, 70% slow. Flash out. Blue Collar not going to connect. And I think what Fire's learned from watching Maple play Katarina last time is that maybe you just don't want to let him have a free lane. Maybe you don't want the Katarina to get comfortably to that mid-game stage.
They certainly don't, and the double buffs gifted over to him from Bengi earlier were not really helping Bjergsen out in that lane. Even just the HP regen plus the Negatron cloak does afford you a pretty easy lane, but Bjergsen has been doing very well for himself, and in comes the Kled ulti.
Charge! Bjergsen's in trouble. Could get locked up here. Exhaust goes down onto the Katarina. Bjergsen bear trap on a pole. Joust through. Mouse takes him down. Scarl gonna make his way out, but QTV's on his way in. Now pulling back as Reckless gets aggressive. Maybe a little bit too much so, but Prey is stunned up. Ignite goes down. Heal not going to be enough to take him. Is gonna get one. Will he look for 2? I don't think so. Yes. Not gonna find it in the end, but Banky's now the one in trouble. Non-stop action reset on it. He can't get it one more time. Maple makes it out.
Oh, the triple E to get there. Picks them all up. And QTV, though, might actually have him here. He's going to try to back.
Something for it, Maple. Get some resets on the dagger.
He's gonna get the
Try to
execute.
execute.
Oh. Yeah, Bjergsen was walking up towards that way, and then he decided to just change route and go towards the mid lane.
There was such good timing on that dive on Bjergsen because he was a few creeps away from 6. He actually hit 6 right as he died, and as you can see, this dive happening, they're flying in, and Bjergsen doesn't have the ultimate to actually retaliate very much here, so as he gets away, just hits 6, but it's obviously way too late there, and just a couple seconds off of being able to have that ultimate and perhaps turn that fight around.
Of course, good communication coming in from the side of Team Ice. We have to consider the language barriers here, but of course, Mouse, Karsa, and Maple, all Mandarin speakers, so relatively easy to communicate those more complicated gank timings. Not quite the same state of affairs for old Bangi and Bjergsen.
I mean, one thing that the players do get pretty used to, though, playing a lot of ranked play, is just communicating with pings, right? You can smart ping your abilities now. You can smart ping when you're coming, when you're going to gank. You can target people, and that does really communicate a lot of what you need.
I will say, whenever I watch like an LPL game that has a mixed language team, it is so easy as a caster to know exactly what the team wants to do. It's like, oh, I think they want to do Baron next. It's like 5 on my way pings, 5 help me pings on the dragon every single time.
Yeah, I'm questioning where you learned all this ping communication. I just get the question mark ping in solo queue. That's the only one I ever get, good or bad. Yeah. They're really curious as to why my corpse is on the ground most of the time. I don't quite understand what they're looking for.
Yeah, the pings don't help. They really don't. Just actually makes it happen more often to my experience. I get tilted off that.
Well, of course, no one's getting tilted here. Prey's having an okay laning phase. We'll move forward. 0, 1, and 2, but Reckless building up a pretty decent CS lead. And surprisingly, the central support working out. Seen it once or twice in competitive, as you mentioned earlier, using the ult to set up those stuns.
Definitely not a common pick, though, and not really a lane that you would expect them to be winning, especially when they got first blooded and then immediately died again, and all that kind of advantage was given over to Prey and Afromoon.
Yep, it's the Praven in full effect. It just couldn't deal with Reckless there. And also, like, there's a red buff actually sitting here because Bengi picked it up. You can pick it up as a teammate, and nobody's come to pick it up yet. So, Bjergsen, is that yours? Waddle on over here.
A lot of movement around.
Well,
Karsa sort of waiting in the wings here.
ah,
No one wants to take on the Kazakhs quite yet. Maple, of course, here as well. Bot lane potentially in trouble.
Yeah, they have to back up here. Now Bengi's going to be over on this side.
Shovel Blast Cone.
Oh, this is going to be bad for them. We'll see if they can get out.
Locked up, Ray trying to clear the wave with the ultimate there. Does get
Let's go, Daisy!
He wants to go, but Daisy is on the way in. Tempered Fate connects onto 2. He's going to stop that action in its tracks. And ain't nobody trying to fight Daisy.
You see Daisy, everybody has to run away.
Yeah, the Icon's going to get flashed there as Aframu. And Frey will survive, and Bjergsen was able to push mid lane, so he is winning on farm, obviously down on gold because Maple has been able to pick up these kills, and it just seems every time this guy gets an assassin, he's doing so well on it. And really is showing off a champion that, while it's kind of a fun pick now because it's new, I think it is going to become very standard and competitive, as it seems like it's just straight up good.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Kha'Zix and Katarina both quite good champions.
The dream scenario we talked about, gentlemen. There are 3 members hiding in that bush.
Daisy, come back!
Control Ward will spot them out. Daisy's going to drop. Reckless. Monster. Now maybe looking to take the Dragon Force. Haven't seen Callisto a long time, but is good at controlling these objectives.
Oh. Rend it away.
The wall, not going to get it. Maple's hungry for blood, though. Maybe biting off more than he can chew. Starts to spin to win. That's going to be enough. Wants to jump in. Frey could be next on the menu. They want more. The resets are coming in. Mouse out of nowhere. Going to grab the double kill. Beautiful play from Team Ice.
Mouse with the teleport and the charge to get in there. And no answer possible from QTV. Ice, and they end up going really far ahead off that play. And they get the Drake to move.
Yeah, they get the Dragon, they get all the kills. They're going to get the first turret here as well. QTV pushing up in top lane, but things are looking pretty rough for Fire.
Been a rough road so far already. I mean, we can hope for the Ivern, the Heimerdinger, maybe if they fight somewhere on their terms. I mean, what is the next step here for this team?
Learn your champion a little bit better throughout the course of the game. Pick up what the Heimerdinger does, pick up what all of these guys do, play around it a little bit better. Like right here, like they don't have QTV. QTV is really keeping track of the Kled either. He does have kick, and he sees that Kled just runs all the way away.
Yeah. Yep. There's the TP coming in now, so you can notice Maple can go in. He goes aggressive here. He's able to get so much damage in, and then there's Mouse with the ultimate. Takes down 1, takes down 2. He's able to do it so quickly there, and really showing off the power of the Kled. The initiation from him with that ultimate is so powerful, and once you start triggering the resets for Maple, he's massive.
Carson's going in, though, and he's already looking massive. Bangy's in trouble, tries to get some friends in the forest. Just gives him barely enough life to make it out. Now Karsa has to run. Oh, moving forward, he does go down, but now the bear trap on a rope is going to do a decent amount of damage. Maple left all alone.
Oh, Bangy went in!
Go in! No! Don't go in! Just make Daisy go. Maple now caught out all alone. Maybe we'll get another kill. Can get the dagger to reset to E. Not going to.
Oh, he ran back into the ult turret!
Tower. Oh, Draven not going to get it. The fancy footwork shut down for Afromu. Maple living forever.
Oh, that was hilarious. That Bjergsen dropped the ultimate turret there. They ran away from it, and then Maple jumped to a dagger over beside, and you're like, whoops! He took a couple shots. Does end up going down.
And Bengi takes his cue as well to go back in when he seemed to be fine there.
Sometimes you get eager. Sometimes you want Daisy to do the thing, and then you do the thing.
You land the
you
Q.
accidentally die to the Katarina.
Mine's telling you no.
Biggie preparing for next season, learning Ivern as he goes. Some of the nuances there, some not quite, but Prey now getting pressed onto by Reckless. But Mata now going to get alley-ooped into the team fight, flashes over the wall just to secure it, and they're going to get the kill in the end. But Bangy caught between a rock and a hard place. Really nothing left for him. Now running through the control ward. Heal does come out.
Nice ulti from Afro.
JCC is there, does land it. That's 2. Maple now moving in, though. He wants to pick up the rest of the kills. Bjergsen's going to say no. Blast Cone for the disengage.
Yeah, and here comes the Kled ulti. There you can hear it. For Bjergsen.
No. Bjergsen blasts him under the tower. Maybe this is the fight that Bjergsen wants, but he does so much damage. Karsa now moving in, not going to get the reset. Only level 6, or only level 8 rather. Now Maple trying to make his way out. The kick does connect. Lee Sin finally going to grab one, putting some numbers on the board for QTV.
Maple is just tearing through people on this Kled. He has the Black Cleaver already completed and chops down Bjergsen, getting his summoners too.
And Mouse is having the game of his turn so far. And Afro move.
Make his way out. Karsa hungry for blood. The control ward will spot him, but Prey is here. Maybe at least for a little bit of disengage.
He's picking on someone his own size, the pink ward.
Having to back off. It's a rough road here for Team Ice. These are a lot of terrifying
0 for 2
chances.
there from Reckless. He failed the blast cone, failed his Q over the wall.
It seems pretty awkward with Callista, though. You just stop. You have to accept, I'm not going to jump this time. I'm just going to auto-attack.
QTV, they're closing in on him. Mata is here.
Haven't kind of touched on the Syndra support, but it seems to be doing very well. Mata, hungry for blood this game. We saw in the last play, flashing over the wall just to get the Fate's call. Try to secure that kill in the mid lane.
I mean, like, Reckless himself just this entire tournament has been playing out of his mind. Really going hard in all these game modes. Karsa, though, it is Mouse on top of it.
Oh, the turnaround! He's gonna get taught! Oh, that's so much damage. Draven can now afford to get aggressive, but is just gonna back off. Nice play coming to Prey and Aframu.
Yeah, finally gets a cash in, too. Prey had died multiple times there before picking up anything.
Of course, now they're starting to push in. Mouse gonna have to be careful, but he's got backup on the way. Bottom lane coming in, the Mata. Ooh, Mouse is gonna get aggressive. Will get dismounted here. Does have the pocket pistols. Gonna grab one.
Oh, there he goes.
Ooh, little Kled all on his own. Pistol shot, the fadeaway, the double kill. Mouse 6-0-1.
Mouse is doing his best Graves impression there. The buckshot taking down Aframu, and he is just going off. It has to feel so good with the amount of flack this guy gets all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, he was voted in, and people were like, what happened? Like, the guy had to leave Worlds a little bit early because of personal reasons, and they were like, okay, let's get it. He's having a great time here, and that's awesome to see. And this Kled, man, once you get ahead, it just snowballs so hard. And I hear it again. It's up in the top lane. He's going to go for a charge.
Moving forward, Bjergsen's the one who's in trouble, though, and now he is going to get stunned up. Maple just taking his time on this sweet kill. He is going to grab it in the end, but the tower to make his life a little bit harder. Still going to grab that one in the end.
Ugh, all those daggers, all those daggers. Once you learn the pattern to picking them up and using the Shumpo 3-4 times in a row, it gets pretty insane. But hold on, he's going to need more.
Forward, here comes QTV, kicks Mata back into the tower. Fade's call. Daisy's here to play, though. QTV
Carts is behind him.
You got to respect the golem, but he gets cut through so quickly. No one going to drop on the side of Team Ice, but Team Fire are dropping members left and right.
Yeah, these guys are just playing it so well and looking so good on some of these champions. The Kled has been massive. Reckless has been tearing it up on the Kalista, one of his signature champions. And now Maple, with the Rylai's completed, there's almost no escaping him.
We check in on the gold, almost 6K in the favor of Team Ice, as well as that Mountain Drake. They're just getting farther and farther ahead. You can see some of the differences between these lanes. The Katarina, 1,500, just about ahead of Bjergsen. It's pretty terrifying to play against.
Looking for the Infernal here. TP from behind. You can see it on the minimap, but that means that they know on Team Fire side, they're surrounded here. They have to get out.
Fancy footwork, the fog of war, the horror movie stream. Where the bad guy's going to come from, Team Fire doesn't know.
It's from all over.
Oh, trying to take the portal to safety. It is going to be a magical journey because they're caught behind enemy lines and no one except Bangy made it anywhere he wanted to be.
The important thing to remember in situations like this, you don't have to run faster than the other team. You just have to run faster than one of your team.
Oh, Bangy, the slowest man left, not standing, as Team Fire going to look for the desperate recall here.
Oh, they're in enemy territory.
It's a relentless pursuit.
Mata's
Mata.
going to check it. He's going to throw a Q.
Oh, doesn't E? It doesn't use it.
Doesn't
Oh,
move
no,
over.
Prey! Oh, no.
Aframu made it back.
Aframu, the lone survivor. The fastest runner on the team side of Team Fire.
I mean, to be honest, Prey started that recall pretty slow. Afro was a good second or two faster. Otherwise, they could have been out of there scot-free.
Yeah, that's when you're like, are we turning? Are we fighting? What are we doing?
This is the future of the new meta. Riptail. We saw it taken last game. We'll see it taken again after not seeing any competitive play for the majority of the season.
Yeah, when you have a 7-0-1 Kled, you definitely pick that thing up. It'll be on until, what, 28 minutes into the game? Oh, hello!
QTV, that's not what he wanted. Oh,
Delivery.
air trap on a pole doesn't connect. That's a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, 38 minutes.
A 20-minute timer, of course. It's a pretty impressive time period. Ooh, Aframu, nice stun over the wall, but Maple, a lot of escape potential here. Is not going to get stunned up. Bangy goes forward. The all continues to channel. First, still doing damage. Daisy is on the hunt. Maple doesn't care, but he should because the tower's going to take him down. Prey popping off on the backside.
Bjergsen going to pick up his first kill of the game, so finally getting involved there as Maple and Karsa bite off more than they can chew, and we'll see if Fire can get something back and pick up this Infernal.
They're going to go after the Infernal, but Mouse has his ultimate. He has charge.
You see him waiting on the top side. Looks like he's just taking the Scuttle Crab. May just continue to push. He can just make his way down. He has a massive range from the ultimate, but instead...
It out. Yeah, trying to figure out if he wanted to do it or not. But he doesn't. Unlucky.
Team Fire thematically getting the Fire Drake feels appropriate. Of course, Reckless gonna have to be careful not.
Oh, he caught him just on the very edge.
The stun coming in. Doesn't matter if you flash, buddy. The bar Q's still gonna connect.
Prey?
Shielded up, but they should have tried to save Prey because he is the one burning down. Reckless looking for the chance, not gonna get it. He gets taken out in the end, and Maple caught on the backside, but here comes the charge from the Kled. Not gonna connect. He flashes into the action. Lee Sin's already got a double kill. Aftermove is now set to fall, but Banky's doing his best to save. No, portal out. There's simply too many escapes. There's nothing left. Maple trying to make the hero play, but I don't think he has enough damage with the
Bjergsen's
dagger on
looking.
the backside.
The flash.
The rockets go in, but Bjergsen find too much there. Mouse getting a kill.
Oh, the rocket ulti from Bjergsen got immune by the dismount animation from Mouse as he's hopping off. You can't hit him.
Aftermove! Pistol! Oh, nope, is he gonna get it? Makes it over the wall. Maple's on
Maple's
top.
the one.
Oh, the reset from Maple. He wants more. He's not gonna get Bjergsen. The rocket's gonna take him down.
That's what I call playing like a man. Maple is not backing down, embracing the All-Star spirit. You gotta love it.
You gotta go big or you gotta go home. It's the last match he's gonna be playing here. Oh man, that was like, it looked like it was gonna be Fire's moment there, but Ice, they turn it around and they almost make it an even trade though.
This has to be the most irritating team to fight in the history of teams.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a 3-0. The fact that they try to get Prey here, it's like, all right, let's get Prey. It's like, oh, he's got all these spears in him, can't rend it. Oh, he gets a shield, walk away. Oh, here comes the Kled from the backside. He just walks forward, flashes to the left afterwards, can't get in on him. Carson has to jump too.
Watch Maple, look at him. QTV is trying to chase him down here on the back end of this fight, and it looks like he's for sure dead. But he's so slippery on the Katarina. He's able to jump back to his dagger, then back to a minion. That has to be so frustrating watching him get away.
You gotta think in these team fights, it just has to be overwhelming to play against this many kind of oddball champions. You've got turrets being set up, you've got Daisy trying to auto-attack you to death, you've got Brush popping up in the middle of the fight, a Katarina with seemingly limitless escapes. Mouse, though,
Don't run away.
so lucky.
Run right at him.
This is the man mode. This is what Zale wanted to see. He does get it in the end.
Really good by Maple as well. He threw the Q, and the Q will always bounce about 300 units behind the first person you hit. So it just flies over the wall, gets an E, so he gets a reset on that Shumpo for the kill.
Ice now moving into the bottom side. We'll have to see if Maple can get more resets. He's taking his time in the mid lane, though, to push up. The rest of the team pretty preoccupied with that bot tier 2.
Yeah, QTV is up in the top lane still, and
Does have his TP, but there's not really any good wards here. And
Something.
in comes the
Mouse.
Kled charge.
And Mouse doing a decent amount of damage, but Aftermove looking for the disengage. Mouse is the lone man into the tower. It doesn't matter. He takes down Prey. A lot of knockups going in. Karsa looking for another kill. Aftermove barely makes it out. Vangie has to play safe here. Root Caller not going to connect.
QTV still split pushing. He canceled that TP and is going to be pushing into this turret, but I think Ice is just going to try to force the inhibitor turret, and I think they're going to get it.
Yeah, forward. Reckless doing decent damage. Karsa as well. Maple even has enough AP to start hitting hard here.
Yeah, and you can see Mouse on the top side. He's going to continue to push and try to get up there and try to stop QTV.
Maple caught up. Is just going to snap back to his teammates, trying to make it to safety. Mouse looking for the joust. Not going to find it.
Ooh, QTV had used to teleport too and cancel it. So yeah, Mouse has the TP advantage. This just looks pretty bad for a Fire right now. Ice, a lot of advantages.
I like the play coming in from Mata. He says, I know how to counter this Ivern. I'm just going to pick up this Golem and take it away from you. No Daisy, no problem.
We have a conversation about that earlier today, if it happened or not. Obviously it can.
And here's the dive one more time. Mouse, not afraid at all, takes down Prey right away. And someone has to soak that ultimate. You need to be the closest person to it, so your AD carry is not, and doesn't die at the very start of the fight.
And Mouse, of course, almost going down in a 1v1 against the Heimerdinger empowered tower there. Or empowered turret, rather.
Tower defense, League of Legends style.
Another Q.
Oh, Maple hungry for more. Ooh, exhausted the Lee Sin kick. Just carries it right into his teammate there, and QTV making the hero play to save Bjergsen.
Oh, Baron pings onto Baron here. They do have a Callista on the side of Team Ice. So Reckless, be able to do a lot there.
Vangie, is he going to burn his smite here? Does have the camp stacked up, doesn't need to. Have to be careful. Reckless very low.
Yeah, Bjergsen's in base, so they're going to have to wait for him. And here comes the Kled once again. They're on
QTV makes it over the wall, but there's just more members waiting for him. Too many jumps, too much mobility. Ice picking up one before they start this Baron.
And that's going to be tough. They can just keep baiting here, and if Fire is not going to come check, they'll start it up, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They have the Callista, has been spotted out by the blue trinket, though.
Isolated damage from the Kazakhs, the Callista Spears stacking up, but Vangie trying to make it play in. Daisy gets kidnapped, and now the Fate's Call comes in. Bjergsen gets caught out. Daisy finally into the team, but Maple's in the back line. He gets one, looking to get two. Carson making the bounce house happen as the duo just cuts through the team.
The double resets, tag teaming down Fire, taking out one after another. These guys are just jumping everywhere.
It's so much mobility, and the fact that they're going to pick up a Baron afterwards as well. It's going to be more than a 10K gold lead here, and Ice are just looking on fire.
And most of the time when we cast games like this, there's one champion with resets that we need to watch in a fight, but now there's a Kazakhs and a Katarina. I can't even keep up anymore. But Aframu,
Maple didn't like that.
a little bit of time.
He didn't like that one bit.
Maple, oh yeah, gets him. Clean Katarina play coming in. Aframu runs for his life, but the dagger still going to land, hit its mark.
Certainly will. It feels like it's hard to miss when it's point and click, but they are getting another Baron, and they're getting themselves so far ahead. And Bjergsen just can't stay alive in these fights, even with some peel from his team, even with the shields from that Ivor, and he's going to go down so quickly. And then the resets start coming in. Once one dies, the rest are pretty much sure to follow.
Oh yeah, and they don't really have any tanks on the side of Fire. Ice, the Kled's going to be able to just rip through anybody. Carso will get those squishies. And Vangie, he's not hiding the Drake. It's not in a bush.
Stealth comes up, charges on the way in too. Looks like they want to party. Prey's going to be the first target. That's the reset we talked about. Maple's on the back line. Keep your eyes on the blast cone. One going to go down. The double kill for Karsa. Maybe hunger for more blood going to come out here.
Yeah, Maple's here. They definitely
Maple
want
wants it. One dagger for reset. He can get two into the back line. Aframu, nice disengage on the Bard.
Oh, poor Prey, man. Poor Prey. Every single time. There's nobody to soak it for him. There's no frontliners. He just gets the Kled ulti almost every time.
Yeah, Prey's not having a good time against all these assassins, all this dive, and here comes a TP right back from Maple, and they're looking to try to finish this game.
Oh, Mouth goes in, and no one's doing any damage. This character is simply too tanky, not getting opportunities to turn back. Carson wants a little bit more. Dagger does land. Maple goes for it. He's going to jump in, spin to win, trying to get a little bit more. Ooh,
oh, he wanted
quite enough. Prey does manage to take him down to the end.
Karsa was just the BM recall.
Oh, Fate's Call goes in, and it's Bangie's fate to fall down. Prey, unfortunately, next on the menu. Gets a brief glimmer of hope as he takes down the Katarina and immediately falls. Team Ice cleaning up house.
They take down the Katarina, and they're going to take down the game. The ace for Team Ice as they're going to snuff out Fire.
1-1 now in these last three matches as we approach our final mixed team match. Team Ice, it's crazy picks and an even crazier win, but they're going to close it out with confidence. A beautiful set of fights and an absolutely insane game. Or they're not going to hit. Please hit the Nexus.
One more time.
Oh, one more. All right. Mata needed the stat pad. Beautiful win at the end of the day.
Taking one for the road there.
That was a fun one. Mouse just put on absolute clinic on the Kled. 11, 0, and 10 on Kled, and definitely getting some help there from Maple, who's 10, 6, and 7. But really, it was Mouse doing most of the heavy lifting, and this guy was everywhere.
He shows up in the mid lane, kills Bjergsen on what was an excellently coordinated dive, and then just starts charging into every team fight. Every time we think, oh yeah, they're going to make it out. Fire's good, they're going to make it out. Suddenly there's a Kled in the back line, charging through.
Yeah. I mean, right off the start, he wins his lane, he ults mid, kills Bjergsen, TP's bot, kills them. He wins all three lanes, essentially, for his team. That is a fantastic game.
It looks like a good suit there for Mouse. Maybe we'll see it from him in the future. Who knows? Because this champion, I mean, they got a couple of kind of changes / buffs and one nerf, but Kled's looking pretty strong. Who knows?
I can't say I fully understand Kled after that game, but an insane champion to watch. It's so much fun to cast as well. Bear Trap on a Rope is my favorite ability to say, so always happy to see Kled.
Yeah, definitely a really, really fun one. And I think the best part about a lot of these champions is that we're going to continue to get to see Katarina, I think. And I'm really hoping that we are going to see some Callista coming back with, Blade of the Rune King getting buffed. It seems like people are more willing to play the champion again. And, we saw that champion as a mainstay for so long, and then we haven't for such a long time now. It's really fun to see it come back into the meta.
Yeah, saw a little bit of play as I Am Oakland as well, being busted out by Veritas. A surprising pick. We didn't expect it to do well and went off. It went off here today. It's been doing well in 1v1s as well. So a really fun champion to watch. Always the Fate's Call makes it so exciting. And additionally, a lot of kind of crazy picks here. Kazakh's one of the ones as well that I didn't really expect to see, but now the teams have a little bit more liberty to experiment. really exciting to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Callista, a lot of people are saying it's incredibly weak right now. It's incredibly hard to play. May not feel that great, but apparently a lot of these pros still think it's a great champion to gravitate towards. And when you want to have your support make some plays, even though Mata's on a Syndra, it's still a good champion to pick up.
And to be fair, Mata did pick a playmaking support of his own. a little more damage than I think traditional support position there, but
You got a Sidestone, though. You got a Sidestone.
Remember, folks,
Yeah,
that's the difference.
I was very proud of him. I was very proud of him. I didn't think there was any chance you were going to see a Sidestone. So I was like, oh,
Yeah,
good job. You're supporting.
Yeah, we don't want to set a bad example for solo queue here. If your support, please buy a Sidestone.
Yeah, right. Even if you want to play Syndra support and your team doesn't want you to play Syndra support, still buy a Sidestone.
Should be good in the end. Of course, just waiting for a moment for the analyst desk to get set up and ready. But in the meantime, I mean, really looking at those last few plays was just an absolutely insane game. But Mouse feels like the clear MVP.
I agree. I think that Mouse, no deaths in a game mode like this where everybody else has like 4, 5, 6. We have somebody with 9 with Prey. Poor guy. But the fact that he was able to just take over the top lane, it is a favorable matchup for him, but he got some help from Karsa. Like, this guy snowballed. This was Mouse's day. This was Mouse's game.
Absolutely. But of course, for more on that game, let's send it over to the analyst desk for Shocks and crew to break that one down.
Thank you, Daniel Dracos. We were ready, actually, but then Kobe found out his hair wasn't good and we had to fix it for Garth.
What?
Yeah.
Ah!
We need that for
Don't
one
make me
game.
mad, Sean.
All right. Well, Kobe has joined us as well as sorry.
Whoa.
As well as Papa Mithy.
Yeah, what do we do up here on the analyst desk after games like that?
We analyze them, obviously, and we're going to
Okay.
take a look at the picks and bans like you've never done that before. I thought one thing was really funny. We had Reckless up here before, and he said, I'm so excited to play with Mata, and, you know, we talked about we're going to be taking it serious, and we're going to see what we can do. Mata does whatever the hell he damn well pleases in this tournament. He played Syndra support. Break it down, Mithy.
What is there to say? I've never
I
seen
don't
it
know.
before.
See, I have seen this before. We had some of this in Korea. Now, the mechanic here is that you ult first, then E, and you actually get multi-man stuns because
Oh.
you have all the extra spheres on the battleground.
Take notes, silly.
It's still
Come on.
around, Miffy.
Give me the pen, give me the pen.
The book's closed. The book should still be closed because there's a lot of silly stuff in this game. The elephant in the room, though, wasn't the Heimerdinger. It was Prey on Draven again. Draven is a thing. It should never be a thing. He doesn't win on this champion. He was awful.
I was gonna attack the Heimerdinger. You say
You
that?
would. You
say
would.
that's not a story, but man, he's so squishy. And I don't, profess to be a Donger expert, but I'm pretty sure you build a Zonias on him
Never
to try and at least stay alive to let the turrets do some damage. But man, he was just annihilated it very quickly.
I know you guys are afraid of attacking the three-time world champion.
3 times.
Yeah, sorry. But I felt a bit like Bengi was inting it a little bit. After he did a good thing going bot and getting that kill, but after that he gave double buffs to Katarina and it just
It was a
went
treat.
downhill from there. I think it was like 1-9 or something in the end.
Yeah. I mean, all jokes aside, you could tell that he was not really practiced on the champion. There were a couple times, the snare from Ivern, if you click on him afterwards, it takes you into that champion.
You wouldn't know that from the game.
He had a couple really good, high-value snares on these dangerous champions, but then he'd take the snare in. I'm dead. Plus his pathing a little bit with Ivern. If you prep a camp, then there's a lot of money in there, but you have to return. He would leave those, then get those counter jungled, so that's like losing double time because you already spent the health and mana to prep it.
But
Don't get collect, but
he had to follow Mouse around the whole map. Of course, he was putting some insane pressure down. Let's take a look at the Knight of the Living Kled powered by Acer. Mouse was absolutely going off on that champion, not just in the top lane, but literally everywhere.
And it's a pick that we saw, a couple of times. Well, it didn't impress, but you see the champion, see the ultimate, and you're like, this champion has potential. We're waiting for it to hit the competitive realm, and okay, it is a bit of a pseudo-competitive game, but Mouse had a day out in this one.
I heard he's actually a decent pick into Poppy, so I'm excited for IEM Korea. Yeah, I don't exactly know
Good try,
where
good
it is.
try.
Yeah, okay.
Yongi.
Okay. So maybe we see it there. We will never know until then.
we will never know until next week.
That's like a couple of days away, actually. It's like the next event on the calendar, but I mean, against Poppy, it's going to be very relevant because Poppy's clearly going to be around for a long time. So any
Definitely.
picks that work against it.
That's why I was saying maybe we see that, but we'll probably end up seeing everyone tanking it around.
Yeah, maybe we will. I don't think there will be too much repeated. I always think it's funny to look at these and look who sticks to their own role and then who are the guys who are just really there to have fun. So Mata picked Syndra. Leeson for QTV, that's still pretty much in it, but everyone else just played in their role. Bjorksa did play Heimerdinger, which is, as you said, it wasn't that successful and probably couldn't be successful in any scenario.
One day.
Whoa,
One day.
whoa,
the
whoa,
jungle-
whoa, whoa,
Whoa, whoa,
You're
whoa,
just
whoa.
ruling out the Heimerdinger success.
No.
There is definitely a way the Heimerdinger
Okay.
can be
For sure, guys.
successful.
Play as much Heimerdinger as possible in solo.
Especially when you're shooting against me.
Especially mid.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, that's one for ice, one for fire. We'll see what happens next. So we're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we will have our final match of the tournament. Make sure you stick around because we'll be ending this week with Mayhem with a special closing ceremony performance of League of Legends music favorites, including a tease of the upcoming Pentakill 2 album. Don't go anywhere.
Coming behind.
The world has changed. The war we're fighting today needs a different kind of soldier. Get on your